Hi guys, good evening. Welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host Eddie, and in tonight's video I'll be doing my episode review for the latest episode of Scream, the TV series, which premiered last night on MTV, and that was our second to last episode of the season, as next week's episode will be the highly anticipated season finale. Now, before I continue talking too much and rambling on and on, of course, please be warned, as usual, with all of my episode review videos, especially with shows like Scream. Please be warned, I will be discussing massive spoilers regarding the latest episode. So if you're not caught up on Scream, if you're behind one or two episodes, do not keep watching or listening to this review, as I will be going to massive spoilers. So you have been warned. That being said, good episode. Another good episode. We got ourselves another big character death. Not one of our main leading teenage characters, but unfortunately we saw the departure of shady yet cared about his daughter, Mayor of Lakewood, Mayor Maddox. He was lured out to the pig farm, and the killer took him down. And of course, when Emma and Audrey try to help him, almost perfectly timed or an executed plan, it looks like they were the ones who killed him. You know, this whole episode felt like a well-executed plan on the killer's part. They hacked Noah's morgue while he was trying to do the final farewell. He was going to shut down the morgue, but then he decided to press on and just do like a eulogy podcast to Zoe and keep the morgue alive instead of shutting it down like he originally wanted to, because the poor bastard is so heartbroken and has experienced such a loss that you can't help but feel sorry for him as he was sitting there in his hospital bed. The killer hacks the morgue and then uploads their own video using footage of Audrey, Emma, and all of the recorded footage from all of the killings this season. And they've taken audio as well from when they've been listening in and spying on Audrey and Emma and all of our other characters. And basically, the video implicated Emma and Audrey very much as being the killers who have been responsible for the rampage this season. So it's not looking well for Audrey and Emma. It's like things continue to constantly get worse for them. And the killer, planned it out very well because, even though this episode made it look like it might be Eli who's the killer, I think that would be way too obvious, simply because he may be creepy, but he's not. I don't know if he's necessarily the murderer type, but he's definitely creepy, and they're trying to get evidence. Our main characters are trying to get evidence, stacked up against him, against Eli, and he may be creepy, but I think it would be a bit too obvious if he was our killer. Same goes for Stavo. He may be a tortured artist, so to speak, but I don't think he's necessarily a murderer. I could be wrong. It could be either of them or both of them. But my suspicion, my money is on Kiernan. As unfortunate as it sounds, I'm going to call it and say that Kiernan is going to be revealed to be our killer this season. The guy who was Piper's secret accomplice from season 1 and who's been responsible for a majority of the murders this season. And if he is guilty, he's doing a hell of a job of hiding it and covering up, pretending to be the caring, loving, attentive boyfriend to our main victim, Emma, only to break her heart at the end of the season and reveal, surprise, baby, it was me all along, or something like that. I mean, it may or may not be him, but I'm honestly running out of suspects here, because I personally think it would be too obvious if it was Eli or Stavo, both of them super creepy. But I still think it would be just too obvious if it turned out to be one of them. I'm going with Kiernan because I can't really think of anybody else who it might be. I don't think it's Noah. I don't think it's Audrey. I definitely don't think it's Brooke. Obviously, it's not Emma. It's hard to say. Could Zoe have been a part of the killer's plan? I mean, she did send herself an email attack. She did email herself Audrey's secret confession when Noah accidentally recorded her for his podcast. And now the whole town is going to know the truth that Audrey is the one who brought Piper to Lakewood. And now that he's uploaded that footage of Audrey, trying to take the evidence off of Jake's body. And obviously that's going to break Brooke's heart. And then speaking of Brooke, she's going to find out that her dad, her only living relative, has now fallen victim to the killer. And it's just, it's setting us up for a big high stakes season finale. It looks like it's going to be one hell of a standoff. And the killer is going to corner at least Emma and Audrey, if not all of our main characters. One of them will probably be revealed to be the killer, Piper's accomplice from season 1 and the main murderer for this season. And hopefully they'll reveal who it is. And most importantly, they'll explain why. And whether or not they'll be defeated or taken down by Emma or Audrey, it'll be hard to say. But it's definitely lining us up for a very exciting season finale. I can't wait for next Tuesday. It's going to be fun. But this whole episode felt like a very well thought out, executed plan on the killer's behalf. I mean, granted, I think they wanted us to believe and make it look like it might be Eli, which we did see him break into the Maddox's house. And at first I thought that's when the mayor was going to die, but it wasn't until I realized the killer brought him out to lure him out for him to pay him off in exchange for all the information that he stole earlier. Once again, implying it's Eli. And then sets the mayor up for a trap, kills him, knowing that Audrey and Emma were in the nearby farmhouse looking for clues. They head out into the barn, and sure enough, the mayor is dead, and they've got their hands covered in blood from trying to help him. And the cops show up because Kiernan tipped off Emma's mom that both Emma and Audrey were heading out to the farmhouse, the old James farmhouse. Now, why would Kiernan feel compelled to tell Emma's mom about what his girlfriend was up to? Granted, he could be sincerely and genuinely looking out for her, trying to protect her, but I do find it mighty suspicious. Also, earlier in the episode, when it looks like Kiernan was heading out of the house, it looks like he had just snuck back into the house and then was leaving. Because there was Eli having a bowl of cereal or something at the kitchen table, and Kiernan looked like he had been sweating up a storm, like he had been concealed for part of the night and he was out doing something causing him to sweat, perhaps being dressed up as the killer who broke into Emma's house and stole her dream journal. It's possible. It's very possible. So I think it's Kiernan. I don't know if I'm going to be right or not, and if it is, I hope they certainly explain why did he do it? Why be Piper's accomplice? Did they have a history together before he arrived in Lakewood? I'm very, very curious. So we'll see. We'll have to wait and see. So don't forget to check out Scream Season 2 finale airing next Tuesday on MTV. Hopefully we'll find out who our killer is and why, and I think it's going to be one hell of a season finale. Thanks again so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel as we continue to enjoy and watch Scream and other shows happening right now during the summer. Don't forget to check out my Facebook page in the link down below. I think you'll like what you see. Thanks again for stopping by and watching. Have a great rest of the night, guys. And of course, until next time, may the Force be with you.